Short-term corporate therapy. Leadership therapy will reveal the workings of short-term corporate therapy, the therapeutic system I created to address the needs and time constraints of people eager to improve their leadership skills and job performance. As a result of this approach, my clients are able to identify the core beliefs that drive their behavior and subsequently employ them to motivate and inspire their teams. Boost their self-acceptance, which lowers their levels of stress and job dissatisfaction. Increase their tolerance for ambiguity and change. Make better decisions about the people they work with, who to hire, who to promote, and who to trust. Accurately predict the behavior of others so that they can manage up, across, and down with maximum impact and influence. Acknowledge that behaviors that have helped them succeed previously may now be inhibiting their future achievements. Improve their self-awareness, one of the most significant sources of power and a direct influence on one's success. And build businesses that motivate their people to get out of bed in the morning rather than keep them awake at night. With a solid grasp of the therapeutic rationale grounding each step of the process, listeners will be able to participate in a self-directed version of the same analytical process I offer my clients. Short-term corporate therapy is not a watered-down version of psychotherapy aimed at the time-starved denizens of modern corporations. The underpinnings of my methodology are rooted in the same rigorously tested and proven tenets of short-term psychotherapy used by any traditional therapist. The major difference between my approach and traditional psychotherapy is location. Thanks to recent advances in the therapeutic process, which I discuss further in Chapter 1, I'm no longer dependent on what my client chooses to tell me in a 50-minute session in my office. I follow my clients into the workplace, which allows me an unprecedented opportunity to watch them in action, to observe not only how they react, but how their colleagues react to them. I can compare what they think is happening to what is actually happening. The discrepancy is often tremendous. This fly-on-the-wall perspective gives me a huge advantage over psychiatrists, psychologists, and therapists who rely on the traditional therapeutic model. While not a self-help guide, this program should provide you with enough insight to conduct your own version of short-term corporate therapy, allowing you to look at your own workplace environment and behavior with fresh eyes, to take stock of what's working and what's not. You'll be forced to take a hard look at what drives you to make the choices that have led you to this point. The pressure to perform, the financial stakes, even our commute times, all of it is increasing, and fast. Most of us can't control these elements of the 21st century work world, but we can control how we feel about it. We can control how we decide to cope with it. We can control whether we allow our past to dictate our present and our future. We can control how we handle the unexpected surprises life hands us. Although many of the theories you'll hear about were developed and tested at Microsoft, this isn't a book about Microsoft, nor is it strictly for the tech set or people at the upper echelons of their fields. Microsoft simply provided the perfect petri dish for me to study the challenges leaders face when working in intense environments. Microsoft leaders swim in some of the most competitive, fast-moving waters around. Many survive on very little sleep, face ridiculously short turnaround times, and find their teams in constant flux. In this company, only the strong survive. So it's safe to say that if my methods can empower people working in this type of extreme environment, they can empower anyone. The straightest road to success. While there have been books about personality types, emotional intelligence, and even intuition, this program explores uncharted terrain of corporate performance, the psyche. Leadership therapy unveils the common themes, issues, and challenges I have witnessed working intimately with leaders at the highest levels to achieve a deeper understanding of who they are and who they want to become. As you will learn from my stories about the men and women who have bravely and candidly shared with me their hopes, dreams, and fears, the straightest road to success is not begun by rolling up our sleeves and blindly forging ahead, but by sitting down to take stock of the past, the present, and the future we desire.